Help out this trying man, my peeps.
Anybody who willing to help, me need a train man and me need a worker. Me have a worker but the worker get damaged. And right now me no depend nothing. And me no want to go out on the street go beg. So if anybody willing to help me, please, me I beg you. If I even one of the cheap one of the $20,000 one, right? Me now go pressure one say to buy the one for $100,000. But if me get one I like a cheap one, I would be very, very, very much grateful. So thank anyone who willing to help Danny Edwards, Alfonso Edwards. So please, I'm really trying.
Tell them a number. Tell them a number.
My number is 210-20-27-38. So anybody could contact me on that number who would like to help me. I would be very grateful.
Your number correct? Your number alright? You sure say that?
Yeah, man. 210-27-38.
On the spot, news media, we got the latest news. We don't care about the views, we just representing right. Put local news internationally every night. On the spot, wave that Jamaican flag from left to right. Let's get it right, y'all know the type. We ain't dealing with the hype, we make it take flight.
Yeah, man, my viewers and subscribers, what go on? A blessed and wonderful Tuesday morning to each and every person out there tuning into On The Spot News Media. Now, me peeps, I don't know how we do it over on this side each and every morning. We have to give thanks and praise to the Most High Creator for the preservation of life, because life is indeed the greatest. So in the morning, my peeps, I have a few stories to share with you, the regular members of Chan Public and also members of the diaspora. So please like the video, share the video, watch the entire vlog so you can get a full understanding and a better appreciation of everything we are going in Jamaica. So watch this now, my peeps. We're going to kick it off this morning with some murder statistics. 311 people has lost their lives on our dearly beloved island home Jamaica since the start of the year. So according to the latest crime statistics, Jamaica has now recorded just over 300 loss of life since the start of the year. The Jamaica Constabulary Force latest serious crime statistics shows that as at April 13th, there have been 311 recorded loss of life across the 19 police division. And this represents a 14% decline. That's 50 fewer loss of life year on year. So the St. James Police Division has so far recorded the highest numbers of loss of life, which is most definitely not surprising, now standing at 41 since the start of the year, followed closely by that of St. Catherine South Police Division, which stands at 29. The Westmoreland Police Division stands at 28. The St. Andrew South Police Division stands at 25. And surprisingly so, the once tranquil and beautiful parish of St. Anne, still beautiful, but tranquility is most definitely no longer a thing, now stands at 21. And the parish of Clarendon also stands at 21. The Portland Police Division, as always, stands with the fewest loss of life, and that is presently 2. And that's probably attributed to the fact that Portland School of Agriculture has produced some serious officers will learn for plant can in a Dutty Bwoy tomok. So I guess the knockis and clappis them must stay far and wide from the parish of Portland, rightfully so. Now, as it relates to knockings and clappings which caused serious injuries, knockings and clappings are up by 3% and robberies are up by 1%. And that is compared to the corresponding period of 2023. The whole long and tech, the old grapists, the dirty boy them, yeah man, for them type of thing has declined 37%, and we're most definitely glad for that. Break-ins have also declined by 37%. So anyway, my peeps, make we move on into this morning's set of story. And coming out of the Garden Parish of St. Ann, boy, me I tell you, my peeps, a sad day indeed for members of our country's national security forces. The JCF is in deep mourning. They have been plunged into mourning as one of their own was taken out in a hail of bullets by criminal elements in close proximity to the St. Ann's Bay police station last night. So the St. Ann's Bay police are in hot pursuit of the criminal element who fatally took the life of one of their colleagues and wounded a woman in the parish yesterday evening. The deceased cop has since been identified as this man presently on your screen. He has since been identified as Constable Ricardo Fairclough. Reports reaching on the Spot News Media would suggest that sometime shortly before 9 p.m., Constable Fairclough was at a supermarket in the parish when he observed a robbery in progress. It is understood that during the robbery, the criminal element fired several shots, hitting a female. And it is said that the constable reportedly went to the assistant of the injured female and engaged the criminal element in a brazen knockings and clappings in the vicinity of the supermarket and the police station. However, sadly, it is understood that Constable Fairclough was hit several times in the upper body. He was, however, rushed to the St. Ann's Bay Hospital in a bid to save his life, but unfortunately so, he succumbed to his injuries whilst undergoing treatment. Now, members from the Jamaica Constabulary Force hierarchy has confirmed the fatal knockings and clappings of the deceased constable. The Jamaica Constabulary Force has also placed this criminal element here presently on your screen as wanted and labeled him as the alleged cop killer. Yeah, man. So this old dirty kind of boy here presently on your screen is now wanted by the police, lifeless or alive. He has since been identified as Sherlando Butler, but more popularly known in the criminal underworld as Siri. Now, he is most definitely wanted by members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force. In fact, Officer Yeman Pick and team was given that special assignment to go seek after Sherlando Butler. So anyone knowing the whereabouts of these criminal elements points to note, he is the one who allegedly took the life of the police officer in St. Ann's Bay last night. So anyone knowing his whereabouts, please alert the St. Ann police or any police station in your immediate surrounding. And as always, if you don't trust the police, link on the Spot News Media or any like-minded vlogger. Give us the information and we will most definitely pass it on to the relevant authorities who can make effective change. And please not harbor this criminal element here in a uno yard or immediate surrounding. You have been warned, because when Officer Yeman Pick and team roll up, a word to the wise. But anyway, make we continue. Now, this criminal element here, presently on your screen, many of you, the regular ones and ones, would have probably seen this picture circulating all over the internet, stating that he is wanted for stealing a motor vehicle. Now, this criminal element here was featured on several Instagram pages as a car thief. But what some of you may not have known, that this criminal element here have been wreaking havoc in the Manchester Police Division over the past couple of months. Now he has since been identified as Nathaniel Rankin, but more popularly known in the criminal underworld as Bredda. So Nathaniel Rankin, aka Bredda, is said to be from a small, troubled community known as Lincoln in the parish of Manchester. And as it relates to the blue Mark X beside his picture, it is said that he rented or borrowed the motor vehicle from the motor vehicle's owner and has not been seen or heard from since. Now, he has been wreaking havoc in the community of Lincoln over the past couple of weeks. He imported his cousins, known as Scary and Dapper, in the community. It is said that Scary is his nephew and Dapper is his cousin or friend, and they are both from a troubled section of Spanish Town. It is said that they too are also criminal elements and sought refuge in the Lincoln community, hiding from the long arms of the law in the St. Catherine North Police Division. Now, ever since they came to that community of Lincoln in Manchester, they started stealing cows and goats and also breaking into shops and bars. So basically, my peeps, from them land in the place, the boy Nathaniel Rankin, aka Bredda, him nephew Scary and Dapper hit the ground running. Whole heap of goat missing, cows missing, people bar get broken, a shop get broken, and about 6 cars have been missing since they started to go around in the area lurking at nights. And it is just roughly about a month since police went to his home and found an illegal firearm. Now let me tell you now how all of that took place. A family member of his was in the yard and basically burning garbage. Because you don't know in the country the garbage collection thing not so hot, so them pile them up and then them just burn what can burn and discard the rest however they can. It is said that whilst the family member was burning the garbage, the family member heard loud explosions coming from the pile of garbage. So she alerted the police because the loud explosions sound like a corner beat from under the ground. Yeah man, she feels say criminal elements rise up from under the ground like Satan and just start knock it and clap it to how the can them sound a beat a come out of the garbage. So upon the arrival of the police searched the garbage and found a partially burnt Smith & Wesson 9mm pistol in the garbage. Now it is said that the criminal element known as Bredda hid one of his many firearms in that pile of garbage, not knowing that a family member would have set it ablaze. Now since his picture with the stolen motor vehicle have been making rounds on social media, he fled the community to the parish of St. Elizabeth. And guess what? His child's mother, family members have colluded with him and allowed him to shelter among them. So anyone in St. Elizabeth knows the whereabouts of this criminal element here, please alert the St. Elizabeth police immediately. Stop allowing these criminal elements to infiltrate your decent communities and bring heat onto that community. Just remember that he is not just wanted by the police. This is a criminal element who also have rivals. So we are to be cognizant of that and take into consideration that if these criminal elements are harbored by you in your communities, you and your family members are also in harm's way. People, we need to think before we act and stop harboring criminal elements in our immediate surroundings. Yeah, man. Now, still in the parish of Manchester, this young man presently on your screen went missing after he visited the parish capital of Mandeville just little under a week ago to purchase a motor vehicle. It is said that he was not seen or heard from since. But on the spot news media have received information that he is now home and safe with his family, thanks to the quick response of the police. Now on the spot news media received information that he was tied up in a car that the police tried to pull over. However, it is said that the driver of that motor vehicle decided that he will not be stopping at the request of the police. And of course, the police gave chase when the driver tried to elude them. It is said that the police continued that chase until the driver and the occupants of the motor vehicle decided that, hey, we will be caught if we don't try to elude the police by abandoning the car. And it is said that they did just that. So the occupants of the car realized that they could not outrun the police and fled on foot in what is said to be nearby bushes, leaving the car behind. And the young man was found tied up in the trunk of the motor vehicle. So I just want to take this time out to say kudos to the police who saved the life of this young man, because surely the criminal elements didn't tie him up and placed him in the trunk to take him back home to reunite with his family. And I also want to take the time out to offer my most sincere condolences to the bereaved families of Constable Ricardo Fairclough that lost his life in the St. Anne's Police Division last night, and also condolences to his bereaved colleagues. Boy, may I tell him, my peeps, the thing rough. But anyway, remember to like, share, subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned to On The Spot News Media as I continue to bring you fresh news and updates in subsequent newscasts. On The Spot News Media. Yeah, man.